Steps to Sweat presents 9 facts you should know about the proposed SNAP food stamp cuts of 2019. Coming in at number 9, we have plans by our government to reduce the SNAP's program budget costs by $129 billion. There are currently 42 million Americans who rely on SNAP. That's 1 in every 8 of us. This and other proposed changes to the program, like tossing an additional 4 million recipients off, will reduce the program's costs by a total of $213 billion over the next decade. Number 8. So who exactly is receiving SNAP benefits? Or shall we ask, who is possibly going to get their SNAP benefits slashed in half? It's our citizens who are already living below the poverty line and in food deserts. With 44% of SNAP recipients being children, and more than 25% of the SNAP households having seniors or people with disabilities, we must do all we can to protect our most vulnerable citizens and ensure accessibility to healthy food choices for all. Number 7. Out of the 42 million Americans supplementing their diets with the SNAP program, 70% of these households are families with children. 80% of 42 million Americans on SNAP are living under the poverty line and are currently facing the very real threat of being dropped off of a safety net program. Number 6. Low-income Americans who receive at least $90 a month will now get half of their benefits in the form of a USDA foods package, which has been named America's Harvest Box. Number 5. This Harvest Box will consist of shelf-stable milk, ready-to-eat cereals, pasta, peanut butter, beans, and canned fruits and veggies. Number 4. The federal government spent over $68 billion on SNAP last year. More than 93% of those funds went toward food benefits which recipients received on a card. If you're asking yourself why such a drastic change, this is what they say: money. Government officials have also cited a very small portion of fraud cases, which totaled about 1.3 cents lost per every SNAP dollar. These fraud cases usually include recipients who may exchange food benefits for cash or ineligible items like warm foods at small retailers. Number 3. No system of distribution for how the proposed harvest boxes will reach millions of SNAP recipients has been publicly detailed. If this proposal were to pass, our existing infrastructure, partnerships, commercial and/or retail delivery services will probably be called upon to assist in feeding America. This proposal has been called a logistical nightmare due to its high costs, the redirection of SNAP food funds to handle the ever-increasing administrative costs, and by leaving a huge cloud of pollution in its wake, delivering food that America really doesn't want. Number 2, there's no such thing as a free lunch. As harsh as this may seem, it's a core economic principle that basically means you can't get something for nothing. Even if something appears to be free, there's always a cost to the person or to the society as a whole. And this leads us into capping food aid. Yes, the government is proposing to place a cap on food aid at 6 people per household. So basically, if you're a 2-parent household and you have 5 kids, you only get enough aid for 4 of those kids. And finishing our countdown at number 1 is who would be hit the hardest by these new set of proposals. That's right, you guessed it. Women, children, the elderly, and the disabled.